everyone. Welcome to my really forced, rushed Twin Peaks recap for episode 7. This one's not going to be creative. There's not going to be a cool, funny thing that happens at the end because I'm late for work and I fell asleep after the episode last night instead of recording. But to be fair, it was like 3 in the morning. It would have sucked anyway. So now you're stuck with Tony in the car talking about Twin Peaks. All right. Episode 7. Diane. Not at all what I was expecting. Not that I should have been expecting anything. Very angry, bitter, jaded woman. She meets Bob Cooper. And she knows right away that it's not him, but she's like very upset. She's drinking a lot. I'm not sure exactly what her relationship with Cooper was. I never got the impression that they were like in any kind of like they weren't dating or anything. So yeah, I want to know more about their history. Usually Diane was just like a joke. It was just like a person he's always talking to that you never met. But now I'd really like to know more about her. She's a very interesting character. Very sad too. What else is going on? All right, so the body with the severed head that we saw in episode 1 or 2 or whatever, that had a woman's head on top of it, turns out that is Major Briggs's body. And the interesting thing, the military girl investigating it calls Ernie Hudson up, and they realize that the body is the same age it was when he went missing. So he probably went to the White Lodge or the Black Lodge or something. Someone murdered him, brought him back into the real world, and not really sure what's going on with that. But the reason I like that scene is while the girl's on the phone, the creepy bum demon thing is walking behind her. That bum demon is the creepiest fucking thing I've ever seen in this show. It just makes me really uncomfortable. What else? So Cooper Bob knows something about the warden and somehow gets the warden to... Oh! The warden was dating the girl who was married to Matthew Lillard, and it was that whole thing. So he basically tells her, like, yeah, I killed the girl. You better let me out or I'll kill you or someone. Warden lets Cooper Bob out, so Cooper Bob is gone. Well, I mean, not gone, but he's out in the world again. What else? Good acting by David Lynch, by the way. David Lynch is totally killing it in the acting recently. The note. The notes. Hawk found the notes inside the stall. It is missing pages from Laura Palmer's diary, and the pages reference Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, when Annie goes back in time and warns Laura about Dale and everything. So they found those notes, but there's still one page missing. How they got there, they think that Leland, when he came in for Jacques Renault's murder, might have hid him in the stall. I don't know why he wouldn't just throw them away. Doesn't really make much sense to me, but then again, it's Twin Peaks. How much sense could it make? And then, Dougie. Again, Dougie lives in a world where, like, just no one can tell that there's something wrong with the guy. Like, the prostitute in the first few episodes was like, I think you had a stroke. She had the only realistic reaction to him. So yeah, Dougie is still at work. He's getting Tom Sizemore in trouble. The boss is on his side. He leaves, and Ike the Spike, the dwarf assassin, the little person assassin, tries to kill him. And then Dougie, like Dougie, I keep calling him Dougie, but it's Dale Cooper. Dougie died like a minute after we met him. Dale somehow retains his fighting abilities, just beats the shit out of this little guy. Now, while he's doing it, he sees the arm, which is now a tree, because that actor will never work with David Lynch again. The tree is, like, telling him to rip off the dude's arm, so I don't know if it's, like, I don't know if that Ike the Spike is also possessed. I'm really confused about these assassins and the guy from Mulholland Drive. Not really sure what that's all about. Don't know if it's related to Bob. There is so much going on in this show, and yet I struggle to talk about any of it. This episode, there was a lot of padding out. They go to, not Jacques Renault, because he's dead. There's a guy who looks exactly like Jacques Renault. He's some other Renault at the Bang Bang bar. There's about, like, 5-6 minutes of this dude sitting behind a bar and a guy sweeping. It's like, all right, I guess they had to pad out the running time for that. He talks about, like, selling girls, so I guess the Renaults are still in the prostitution business. Not really sure what to talk about that. The real interesting thing is each episode has ended with some musician playing at the Bang Bang bar. This episode ended at the diner, and they're just playing this old-timey song, which I, for the life of me, cannot remember it right now. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to talk about? Oh, Doc Hayward came back. The sheriff was Skyping Doc Hayward. And here's one thing I noticed about the show. Anytime anyone's on the phone, you can hear the other person on the phone. Except for when the new Sheriff Truman called the old Sheriff Truman. Don't hear anything on the phone because they didn't get that actor back. But it was nice seeing Dr. Hayward. That actor died recently, this year actually. So, and Log Lady died. There's a bunch of dead people in this. Yeah, I mean, it was okay episode. I'm still waiting to be wowed. There were some good scares early this season. I want those good scares to come back. I mean, I do like the hobo, but I really want him to see him do something scary. Yeah, so that's the video. I was going to do like a funny thing where it cuts to the screen and it looks like the Black Lodge, or I start throwing up corn, but I just don't have fucking time. I gotta get to work and edit. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.